What's going on, everybody? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I want to share one or two pieces of information that I just feel like talking about going forward here. So, as you may or may not know, if you're a long-time viewer, short-term viewer, or this is just your first video ever finding out about me somehow randomly or whatever it is, excuse the rambling, it is a bit late, but I'm a big retro game guy. Obviously, it's in the name, it's pretty much why I started doing this. And I am a big game collector in that aspect. I don't like to consider myself a shelf collector because I actually do play pretty much all I have, or at least I'm digging into it as much as possible. But on top of all of that, I still buy a lot of retro stuff. I buy a lot of games that I plan to, we'll call it collect/play at this point, just for argument's sake. And I've always known that I've always bought a little bit more than I've played. Now, I did always intend to catch up on it, and I did always work on catching up on it, but usually it would outpace my purchasing would outpace my playing, if that makes sense. After all, when you think about it, it takes 2 minutes to buy a game, but it might take 60 hours to finish said game, and who knows what else you could buy in that time. But anyway, that's almost beside the point. When you look at all the stuff I've done and what I've been doing this year, for those of you who don't know, I've actually been working on the backlog, and I've been keeping a note of every game that I've been playing this year, in the sense of both new, old, replay, and stuff that I've never got around to before, that I had just sitting around for, I don't know, 1, 2, 5, 15 years at this point, if not even more. And I've been making a decent bit of progress in it. There's another video about that whole topic coming in about 2 weeks. But on top of all of what I just mentioned, it really hit me that I've been buying a bit of stuff naturally, as we do, and it really hit me that I've kind of gone a little bit overboard when it comes to, we'll just call it retro collecting just for the sake of it. Now, this isn't about the money, which is, you know, it's obviously it is a factor in there, but it's not about the money. I've never really gone too bad with the spending in that aspect. I do have some important kind of life stuff coming up in 2019, so it's not really me worrying about the money side of it. I've always kept that in check, but it's more so my spending habits, if you will. I'm very impulsive. I say that in a passionate way, more so when it comes to impulsive purchases. Like I'll be really feeling something or whatever, and then suddenly I'll just go and spend a lot of money on it, or buy a lot of stuff and things like that. And going forward for the next maybe 12 to 18 months, with the kind of important stuff I have coming up, or the semi-important stuff, it's not life-changing, game-breaking or anything, but I want to break those habits. I want to break the impulsiveness, and I want to just not worry about that kind of stuff, because that kills me. That kills me. I really dislike the impulsive nature. Like 10% of me likes the fact that I'm that passionate and impulsive about it, but I mean, impulses are impulses, and they can get you in a lot of trouble, and they can make you have, I won't call it buyer's remorse, but they can make you question stuff, basically. So I decided what I'm doing is, because this is a perfect time for it, essentially, is it just happened to line up like this. But as far as I'm concerned, my retro gaming collecting, I should say my retro collecting and purchasing, is officially on hold for the foreseeable future. Now, when I say the foreseeable future, I'm probably talking about a year or so. Now, of course, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be talking about retro stuff all the time, just as I usually do, and I'm still going to be playing retro games, both on stream and just off for my own enjoyment and my own time. But as far as I'm concerned, the retro collecting is 100% on hold right now. Just for argument's sake, we'll say it's going on hold at the start of 2019, just because of the time of the video and the time of year. Now, don't get me wrong, I still absolutely love collecting. I'm not giving it up. I don't have remorse or regret over it at all. It's just a priorities thing for the moment. I do absolutely intend to return to it 150% in my usual go big, go home, big dog, big nuts fashion. But as far as I'm concerned, all this has taken effect as of the last few days. What I did, just for the sake of it, as I was ending, I said, you know what, I'm going to just buy 1 or 2 more little things for the collection. Not even for the collection, this was more of a protective thing, and I just said I'm going to leave it at that. That's going to be it. I bought a couple of protective sleeves I bought like 10 for the Super Nintendo boxes, 10 for Game Boy boxes, 1 for for a SNES console box and one for Super Metroid, the big box Super Metroid. And I'm just leaving it at that for the foreseeable future. And it's kind of been going well. I've had a little bit of impulses over the last couple of days, and stuff has popped up and stuff that I've always kind of wanted but never really pulled the trigger on. And I've even seen some decent deals when it came to that stuff, some decent stuff based on their current prices and all. And I still decided, you know what, as much as I want this, and as much as I like this, and as much as I've always wanted this, I'm not going to buy it. And that's a big deal for me. To be able to say no is a big deal. Because like I said, this isn't about the money. So that's never been a factor. That's never been an issue. So it looks like I'm off to a good start, at least, anyway. So like I said, there's nothing major to worry about. I just want to talk about it just a little bit. As I said already, I'm still going to be talking a lot about retro stuff. I'm still going to be playing retro games both on stream and off. So you don't have to worry about that stuff at all. And now that I think about it, just as I round out and end the video, have you guys ever had situations like this? Have you ever decided at one point that for whatever reason, be it money, life, plans, savings, whatever, that you've decided, okay, I'm going to take a big break from gaming, from excessive purchase of games that you will or won't play, from collecting retro stuff or buying retro stuff, whatever it is. Doesn't even have to be games. Could be your own personal vice, which might be, I don't know, statues or trading cards or whatever it is. If you've been in a similar situation, let's talk about it in the comment section below. Hit the appropriate button to let me know how I did on the video, and while you're at it, why not head on over, hit the subscribe button, and even ring the little notification bell. Granted, getting a notification from YouTube in current year about a live stream upload or a video or whatever is a whole other story. But hey, at least you can say you tried, am I right? As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the rest of the videos in my channel.